so much. I might have mistake if I want to read the names of everybody, but one person I could acknowledge in absentia is one of Gambia's great legends, Mr. Sefo Soli. Sefo could not be with us personally because he has other engagements in Nairobi, but he said he is with us in spirit, and he shared the same vision with us. And then him and his group of Gambian football veterans shared the same vision with Mr. Cisse, and he has asked us, he has asked me to extend that message to say he is definitely with us. Thank you very much. At this end, I invite the Imam. Okay, at this stage, I invite the Imam of Bakau, Imam Jammeh, today turned Imam Dabo, to come and do a recitation for us. Imam? Yes. Yes. Imam, ikoisina? Yes. Ikoisina yedua fonsinyin dadi kairala, ngalaban kairala. Among the veterans that we have, is one of the most supportive veterans to the cause of the coach. He has been a very big vocal, he has been very vocal about football development. And we know he has been very vocal about issues of the federation. But he is one of the first veterans to acknowledge, coach when he came out as a candidate. Thank you very much, Mr. Demba Sanyang, a former player of Steve Biko and a former national team player. Mr. Sanyang, we recognize your presence here. And later, Mr. Sanyang will be with us here in the podium to share a few remarks with us. Yes. Imam Dabo, welcome to the podium. Yes, thank you. Okay, I'll hold this for you. No, hold it. Okay, good. Thank you.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين. الحمد لله رب العالمين. الحمد لله رب العالمين. والصلاة والسلام على سيدنا محمد أشرف المرسلين وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله تعالى وبركاته. Follow jannimbe dua kelal alenjelo rinjang ñi ciowal jartal ñi ni wonte puro kante funtindi kana jang aman soneya ñi hotel to janga meeting jama ke janga conference jama ke jang niya konta sisia mu wonte different one but to mo ngamira holo ñi wol be silo kanjan barinte hañila bidi ñañum fo ñem man na jang mbarindi kono tolo babul umi jannin kebo be sawna la kordato ndol tratabul bakaw mbarindi wal tratabul alala ka kiti baraka sababole ke wal menu bata jang alala ñine ko sababoti ala bafo dala dinningol biri man fensi hani man si kadun karambungoto inina dimbale kata woto monte ya ni be nyina dinningol nyin ne bina yale ni be na dinningol nyin ne bita nyun yala ni umi be jang bakawji fala nata nyin koli beke ala la kito ka nata sawun bar nyin ma ka politics ñita politique ñi mu banku do ko moy do ko me ka fo sanji mo waya ke ko lo tolde mbeñu la tuma fa ni ngado ngafa man dum football ko ko ñinte fisr wallet ha fo e jumallu ko al nga duwañi do dinkira ko tawal mo bar bakaw kono nin ko bakaw belenke bininka fajar fo kana ke point la ko ñiye mem ma koy woto moto konti la no dinni wala kon abukawol doli je samfa mota ñin jola no abe jola men na wala mu be kafu ñoma man football kulon ka football nin ko na mana dam fon se fana bar ma nin ko me football daf la jambe boylal because mala man ken nasilat ala nata ki jaka na fan nyim fan nata ke barndi ngolti naka be suwo kono bar ko me wulwota ndata atra nyim mum barni kono tolti ke mom mo ken dolti ala kata si nyim pala sot na la sonde mo be ya kela do ko woti kato nying aka malule folo nyin kamalu bakele kila dun ko malo wolen kayro be chabote sallallahu alaihi wasallam nyin ala la bete atel ha an kali lon nal bana dole ngam be nyolo ndaba mo fal kulu tentude ngamel longato ma shahidna illa bima allimna wa ma kunna lil ghaibi hafijina ngamel lo nyin kewton ka wala fote mo kendo fel ala ma koyro man dan ko men ka footballo dam ma kono hana maddi ya fago ma koyro ye ku sota ayta a dada nyin ko ngalo bira man dum footballo ko ngalo badi ngol belon du ko re alenga ma koy ale men safala tubabu kan ta jannin sobitala wala muda be o kela no la si pour fanke men fon tambe tawal nyeng nta jola no nga kurang soto men meta nya men kewto ngalon yalla al be karantal hal jazaa'u al ihsan illa al ihsan fanyi nya man na jola nyi nya la bang ala ko ha man sana lakum ma'rufan faqafihu wa illam fad'u kila ko nimme yal baranyo ya beta yala wala nimme baranyi ma chale akwa alajo wo nyonla nale mo jono ale duale ali ali langani yo tandal ima janga mo lije jambi nyin chew nyin a jar salal de ha wallahi nin tanti nano jang ko sumbelar ni wato be kon biram wata umra la en kumanda en konto barbira nyim fo nyanko bi mbe programme wala ko na ngetuje mbar ma be jang men keta sosa kolti بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين آمين لله ما في السماوات وما في الأرض وإن تبدوا ما في أنفسكم ما تخفوه يحاسبكم بالله فيغفر لمن يشاء ويعذب من يشاء والله على كل شيء قدير آمن الرسول بما أنزل إليه من ربه والمؤمنون كل آمن بالله وملائكته وكتبه ورسله لا نفرق بين أحد من رسله وقالوا سمعنا وأطعنا غفرانك ربنا وإليك المصير لا يكلف الله نفسا إلا وسعها لها ما كسبت وعليها ما اكتسبت ربنا لا تؤاخذنا إن نسينا واخطأنا ربنا ولا تحمل علينا إصرا كما حملته على الذين من قبلنا ربنا ولا تحملنا ما لا تكر لنا به واعف عنا واغفر لنا وارحمنا أنت مولانا فانصرنا على الكافرين بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم قل هو الله أحد الله الصمد لم يلد ولم يولد لم يكن له كفوا أحد بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم قل أعوذ برب الفلق من شر ما خلق ومن شر غاسق إذا وقب من شر النفاثات في العقد ومن شر حاسد إذا حسد بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم قل أعوذ برب الناس ملك الناس إله الناس من شر الوسواس الخناس الذي يوسوس في صدور الناس من الجنة والناس اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد وعلى آل سيدنا محمد كما صليت على سيدنا إبراهيم وعلى آل سيدنا إبراهيم وبارك على سيدنا محمد وعلى آل سيدنا محمد وبارك على سيدنا إبراهيم وعلى آل سيدنا إبراهيم في العالمين إنك حميد مجيد إن الله وملائكته يصلون على النبي يا أيها الذين آمنوا صلوا عليه وسلموا تسليما صلى الله تعالى عليه وسلم سبحان ربك رب العزة عما يصفون والسلام على المرسلين والحمد لله رب العالمين بي على دان منا مي سام فتا ورو لولو اي بانكو فتا ورو لولو اي دا فون لكيتيم akilin na okeno mu alayal da fe mbuka okeno wata law sembo ana law to ana law bunya kamale mbe ala danna wala barko kam nyin ala sa so nyin fewal wala asinde nyin pala soka assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala barakatuh dabo domar lana.
Thank you abaraka bake imam, thank you so much mbe tentula mbe jayila kuma kanoldo Aning Duato. The one? This one, yeah. Okay, yes. Okay. Janning Tala Nyato, because Gambia is a multicultural and multi-religious community. We want to call our brother Jibi El Mendy to do a short Christian prayers before we continue. Mr. Jibu? Yes. So a quick prayers for our Christian brothers with us in this journey. Yes, before we proceed with the program. Thank you.
Let's pray in the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Heavenly Father, we come before you this morning. We gathered here before you because of your strength and your grace. Without you, we cannot be here today. God, give us power, glory, and wisdom as we select somebody who is going to lead and transform Gambian football into a better life. Heavenly Father, strengthen him with your knowledge and wisdom. Keep him in our midst. Lord God, those who are here this morning, they are here because of you. Because of your grace, they are present. Guide them, protect them, and they are coming in and they are going out. Without your grace, we can't do, but with your power, we are together. Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name, thy kingdom comes. Thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. Power and glory forever and ever. Amen. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Amen.
Thank you. Thank you, Brother Jibu. Thank you so much. At this point, we want to acknowledge also the presence of certain pillars of Gambian football with us in the building. Some of you might not understand the contribution of some of these people, and that is why we need to do a lot of research on people who had contributed their time, energy, and resources in bringing Gambian football to where it is today. We want to acknowledge the presence of our father, Uncle Sosokoli, here in the building. Can we clap for him, please? These elderly people played their role before us today, and they have set the foundation for what we now enjoy as Gambian football. Thank you very much, Mr. Koli, and keep supporting us. And we are very happy that you are here with us. This shows that you still love football, and you definitely envisage the same vision that we have for football development. Next, we also want to acknowledge our uncle, Mr. Fan Susanya, who is the father of one of our veterans, here in the building, Mr. Demba Sanyang. Mr. Sanyang, thank you very much for being with us. Thank you for your continuous support to football, and thank you for still guiding Demba to be who he is in Gambian football. And finally, we acknowledge the last team to come in, Brikama United. We've made a roll call before their presence, and they've just joined us in the hall. Welcome to the platform. At this point, we will have a few minutes break, 3 minutes break, to give Jalibach the platform to entertain you in the crowd here, but also entertain the high table. Jali, you have 3 minutes to entertain the crowd.
Yes.
Sisingana mandi mori. Yalom bete ya batalti. Jawi ya mudahalti. Sisingana mandi mori. Nyeso manda nyanta sorla farafenyele. Barila kuwala ya tina manta folo. Sisingana mandi mori. Nimbota janne nyanta tala woto. Ninga tara lumfolo mennate ya imallong yembayi. Tendum biten jela. Sisingana mandi mori. Bari Gambia nolu ijarata Gambia nolu yenne Gambia nolu jarata ye nyame fana jarata Gambia nolu wala nyama Sisingana mandi mori. Sula mandi mor sise kemo sise mandi mor sise. Yes. Kemo sise enter ngana nyaur koma dari. Ningalande sino no la mume kuodol miro kama jalikendo. Sisingana mandi mori jana ngana mandi mori komani mberete. Semenin kiyama kan banna mo mari ngole muiti manju. Nadiyata mu'min ala ni moti yanim fendi yalim nadun kuyata mu'min ala ni monta yanim fendi yalim. Mfa fode sise di malem ke mo sise ni ulara. Ningalande sino no la mume kuodol miro kama jalikeno. Hawa tambedu ke malem umi maron ke ma jazi ni maron tamba kubal sanyina ni kelelalu. Tunga mandambe long bariara tunga dimbetelong. Wayon terjato bedingen dole no bakanye la bintang bolong bapai. Ala barika kabaka di sansoda la sanyang bitala korimbal jibula. Ala barika Sulamor sise, Sulamor, Sulamandimor sise. Wallahi, taraf tamiru wala sarakule foro Amerika. Wallahi. Dada kunye baba kunye gaga. Londo bejanko yale. Sisingana mandi mori. Ulula duale jabi tema sisingana mandi mori. Wala nyauru ko malake ba madi. Wala nyauru ko malake ba madi ko madari. Wala kun tambila na janyo ke jara le hadiya talla. Jara janyo hadiya talla barika. Wallahi ala barika furo melo wala ka nyabo. Ala furo ko mandi mor sise ke mo sise sulamor sise. Kurambisa wajanga makura kurambisa nyama tenelo. Kurambisa wajanga makura iyo kurambisa nyama tenelo. Kemo sisi Amerika. Yande marung yande jai kai wai yande marung suma yande jai kai wai. Amerika, oleh Amerika. jasini marong ala barka jasini marong wallahi ala barka iyande marong iyande jaay iyande marong suma iyande jaay awata meru ala barka wallahi foro mi lol ka nyabo ala barka sisa moli ijamano diatale ijamano dia phone was just
Thank you, Jali. Good. So we'll have more of this from Jali. At least he will have a longer period to play while he plays background music for us during the event. Yes. At this stage, we would want our two people on the high table, these two gentlemen who are two aspiring candidates at this stage, to exchange pleasantries before we welcome Mr. Amadou Jait to do his speech at the podium. Mr. Jait and Mr. Cisse, two aspiring candidates who want to lead Gambian football, who are at the high table, will exchange pleasantries right now. And from that, we will invite Mr. Jait to come and take the podium. Coach and Amadou, yes. We want to see you exchange your pleasantries. So, Amadou is handing over the ball to Mr. Cisse as a symbol of support to him for the vision he has for Gambian football. Mr. Jait, thank you so much. Thank you so much for this. Thank you for handing over the ball to Mr. Cisse as a symbol of your support for his vision in Gambian football. Yes. Thank you so much. Thank you. And in return, Mr. Cisse is handing over the official campaign T-shirt of the coach to Amadou. And also is joined by Mr. Jagana and Mr. Ismail Cisse, who are senior members of the campaign team, and they have officially welcomed Mr. Jait to the campaign. By this, Mr. Jait is officially a member of the coach campaign team. So the significance of this is that the race is now between 3 people instead of 4. So the candidates have reduced. And we hope this gesture or this would also serve as a motivation to other candidates to come and join the coach. Because it is where everybody should be. Amadou understands where he should be, and we hope the rest of the candidates will also understand where they should be. The only place to be is to be with the coach. That is what the stakeholders have said. You've seen the presence of stakeholders. They have all given their weight to the coach, and the stakeholders will decide come August to usher or to vote in the coach to be the president of the Gambia Football Federation. And inshallah, that will be. Thank you, Amadou. And with that, we invite you to the podium to address the crowd, now officially as a member of the coach. Yes, thank you so much. Thank you, Amadou.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Good afternoon to you all. To the stakeholders, football family, and the people of Gambian football. With humility and deep sense of responsibility, after a deep reflection, sincere consultations, advice from family, series of meetings and negotiations, careful consultations of the current circumstances, I, Amadou L.S. Jait, together with my team, have decided to withdraw my candidacy to contest for the presidency of Gambia Football Federation 2026. This decision was not made lightly. The desire to serve Gambian football has always been my dream by a genuine person to contribute to the growth, united transparency, and development of our game at all levels. However, I remain firm committed to the progress of Gambian football in our country and to the value that inspires my interest in the race. At this important moment, I believe that the greater interest of Gambian football must come first before personal ambitions. In this spirit of unity, and collective progress, I, together with my team, have chosen to throw my full support behind Mr. Kemo Sise, the coach. But I will call him the gaffer of Gambian football. For the presidency of Gambian Football Federation, I can assure Gambians and the football family, Mr. Kemo Sise has deal of Gambian football, and he can write multiple books about Gambian football. No other candidate knows the problem of Gambian football better than him. And to solve this problem, you must know the issue and the root cause. The best thing is to support the gaffer I call to put us through the route of success for our football. I am not only here simple to ask stakeholders for you to vote for Mr. Kemo. I am here to tell you a bit about a man I had the privilege to work with for several years. As part of Gambian Football Association and prevailed with Gambian Football Association, I ask for your brief belief that our football can rise higher. Believe that it can be grown, it can be governed by integrity, and believe that even the children in the country, from Karton to Koina, Bara to Amdalai, from every town, village, and every community deserve the chance to dream through football, because football in the Gambia is more than a game. It is the heartbeat of our community. It is the pride of our youth. It's the hope of some family. It's the force that unites us as the country. Football brings together the market women, fishermen, teachers, taxi drivers, farmers, and students, and children playing barefooted on a sunny ground with nothing but talent and hope. That's why this election is not just about leadership, it's about legacy. It is about responsibility. It is about whether we will leave Gambian football stronger than we found it. Today we're choosing more than a president. We are choosing the direction of our football. We are choosing the future of our clubs, our players, referees, coaches, and academies, and the generation yet to come. That's why I proudly stand in support of Mr. Kemo Sise. Gaffer, I call him. You present have reason to call you Kemo, as your name represents the leadership our football needs. K for knowledge in the realities of the game. His experience in the game is not questionable for a man who worked under various football presidents, and they acknowledge all his impact and contribution to our football. Some are alive and some are not. Those who are not alive, may Allah grant them Jannah. E, empathic. The struggle of players and clubs. The legend Tubabo Jaju told us Kemo Sise saved my football career. And another legend in present, which is Baba Demba Sanyang, told us Kemo was the first person to get him a pair of boots, and he coached me how to play football. Both players ended us with wearing our national jersey. Those are our pride. M for motivated by service, not personal gain. He served his community and his country with distinction, and has let his own players transfer to European clubs for free, just to fulfill their dreams of becoming professionals. Oh, organize enough to turn vision into action. His vision for Steve Biko and Gambia Dog Lions is unquestionable. Action speaks louder than words. For years, Mr. Kemo Sise had worked beside young people, supported talent, growth players, and opened his doors for those who only had the dream, not only to play football, but in academics. He worked hard, not being about false promises, but it has been about impact. He has helped develop footballers, encouraged coaches, and inspired communities. I was amazed to find out that he has personally sponsored over 15 coaches to obtain their calf lancing courses, and has supported the education of so many people in this country, which some of them are manning key positions in this country. I can witness that on my graduation day, he surprisingly saw me at Farawa Bandang, but he told me he didn't invite me. I said, I forgot. But he was forced by someone who he sponsored from first year to his graduation to come and attend that graduation. Kemo is a leader. This is the kind of leadership that changes lives. We need a president who will unite Gambian football, not divided it. We need a president who will build trust and not confusions. We need a president who will deliver results, not empty promises. And I firmly believe Mr. Kemo Sise is that leader. Under his leadership, we can build a strong and more organized football federation. We can create better structures for youth development. We can improve support for clubs and regional football. We can invest coaches, officiating women football and grassroots development, which is so close to my heart and one of the reasons why I wanted to contest. We can modelize administration, attract meaningful partnership, and build at least impact of our football. But above all, we can build a federation that listens, a federation that serves its people and not the few, a federation that belongs to all of us. I am happy Mr. Kemo has planned to meet stakeholders twice in a year with the President shall catch her. Progress never happens by chance. It happens when vision meets courage. It happens when ideas are matched with discipline. It happens when capable people are entrusted with responsibility. Kemo is not just a candidate with ambition. He is a leader with vision. He is not just a man with ideas. He is a builder with discipline to implement them. He is not just asking to lead. He is ready to serve. Football is changing across the world. Success today is not built on talent alone. It's built on planning, development, transparency, infrastructure, investment, and strong administration. To move forward, the Gambia football needs a visionary leader who sees not only where our football is today, but where it can be tomorrow. Kemo is that visionary leader and unifier. He is someone with character to bring together clubs, regional association, coaches, referees, supporters, players, and administration with its open in a football environment. Two of us suffered from mistrust and division. We need someone who builds bridges, not walls. And perhaps our football deserves leaders who place service above self-interest and implement fairness across the board. Mr. Kemo stands for that kind of leadership. My fellow Gambians and stakeholders, this election is just about one person. It is about the dream of our children who loves football. It is about the future of our clubs. It's about the dying of the game and hope. Our football is too important to be left, too valuable to be divided, too full of talents to remain underdeveloped. The time has come to choose leadership that is bold in vision, inclusive in development, and accountability in service. A leader who appreciates the efforts and not only gives credit to himself, but to the team. Let us invest in our people. Let us build the future every Gambian can be proud of. Together, we can transform our football. Together, we can rise. Together, we can create opportunities for every boy and girl who dare to dream. So today, I ask you not only with words, but conviction. From the heart, stand with Kemo. Stand unity, stand for integrity, stand for progress, and stand for the future of Gambian football. I thank you all.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you, Amadou. Thank you, Mr. Jait. It takes courage to acknowledge that someone is better than me in something, and I need to support him so that we all achieve our objective. Because what brings us together is bigger than what divides us. And I think the stakeholders should also understand that what brings us together in football is bigger than what divides us. And Kemo is what brings us together. So we should all endeavor to vote for the coach manifesto. So quickly, just I think a day after Korite, I spoke to my uncle. I said, the GFF elections is coming and I have a candidate. He said, who is your candidate? I said, Mr. Kemo Sise. He said to me, I have a candidate too. I said, who is your candidate? He said, Mr. Amadou Jait. So today, I can comfortably say we have a candidate. Okay, and our candidate is Kemo Sise. Thank you so much, Coach. Thank you. Thank you. And he is the candidate of the people. And at this end, we welcome our president, the president of the coach campaign team, to deliver what we believe will usher in a transformative leadership in transformative development for Gambian football, but equally what we believe is going to create an everlasting impact for every stakeholder and create an impact for every generation that will be in Gambian football. Coach, we welcome you to the podium to present your vision of football development to the stakeholders. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Assalamu alaikum rahmatullahi ta'ala barakatuh. Let me start with my father, Alhaji Sashokali. Assalamu alaikum, Dad. I have really very important guests in this room. I cannot start my speech without giving a special things. Sose Kole is my father. Those in Bakau knew my relationship with him.
Mal be kontonna ma falali ko kemo manke fisir wallet birin tebe campaign yola bakaw ko lu mbal tentula because momo ni atrante sosa ko le ba osin la GP presidency kemo bakaw ko lu bakaw dingolu itolla kan support min nga dati fisco konatela nga campaigno dati bakawlatu bakaw fonni kew be bambutan koma iko nye momo tombo wala be kanyel adu aketa wala nya gabi sose fanan the same bakaw kolu ya mutam fe adu ataw bakaw kilimo wala li ba mutalam fe pour kemo ke president mba momo bi jambal be kontonna bari mbay tan lalla ko biringa fisko konata tombo nga gabi sose tombo yembinke bakaw Gambia kono albea jele adu ni atara nada kemo ben kotolanu mbenginu tombo na wato me woto kemo na buloleta woto insalon ko ningali kemo tombo ayna bulo minta o bulo bal nafa ala Gambia be ala baraka.
Thank you very much, Dad. I'm really happy that you are here today. Distinguished guests, football stakeholders, presidents of football clubs present here today, and even those that are not here today, president and members of the Regional Football Association, the pillars of Gambian football, president of the Allied Association and members, friends, Lamin Sediba Isri, we are in the crowd. I'm happy that you are here today. He's the father of our Secretary General Mustafa Sediba. Pa Khalifa Sanyang, I thank you for coming here today. We have a very important person in the room here, Joe Kalamba. Serakunda is football, was a football group because of Joe Kalamba. Joe, thank you very much for being here today. The history of Gambian football cannot be written without the absence of certain people. We have our technical director, former technical director, Ibrahim Amani, who was a strong pillar from the URR, played school football, then to Hawks national team, served as technical director, and now a very important person at the Independence Stadium. Ibrahim, thank you very much for coming here today. Before I go deep in my speech, another special person, that's Usman Chodrami. Special thanks for whatever you are in Gambian football. My two wives are here, yes. I must salute them, that's a must. because I am trying to avoid a serious punishment in the house. So, madam, please, you're welcome. My senior brother is also here, without whom today I might not be here, because he gave me all the care from childhood to date. Tata Abaraka, Elana Jane Kontan Baki. We have Mr. Jammeh, this Lamil Jammeh, Bakau Newetan, the GFA, the days of Obi Konate, he was a key role player in the organizing committee. Mr. Jammeh, thanks for coming here today. Maudo, Jalo, a retired referee. In football, if you want development, you develop all the organs together. Referees are very important. If you Okay, before I go deep in my speech, I want us to please recognize and observe a minute silence for departed souls in football. One among them is the late Obi Konate, Alhaji Usainu Njai, late, Alhaji Gabi Sose, late Omar Sy, late Alhaji Biri Biri Njai, Pa Usman Njai Taru Bakau, Alassana Konate Jara, Bambo Fati, former Real de Banjul, Usman Saho Brikama, Keba Yoromane CRR, Peter Bonu Johnson, our former coach, late Safuru Gomez of URR, Wandifa of LRR. These were people who contributed a lot in Gambian football. Probably some of you people will not know. I want us to stand up and give them a minute silence before we go into our speech. Okay, thank you. Members of this august gathering, today is not just another day in Gambian football. Today marks the beginning of a movement. Today marks the beginning of a new conversation about the future of our beautiful game that is football. Today marks the official launch of the Code Manifesto. I am hereby honored and humbled by your presence here today. Your attendance is not simply support for a candidate. It is a demonstration of your commitment to the future of Gambian football. For that, I sincerely thank each one of you for coming here today. My fellow Gambians, football is more than 90 minutes on the pitch. I think that is clear to all of us. Because if you said I'm playing football, I'm managing football, I want to administer football for only 90 minutes, the game is more than that. Football is a game that unites people. Football is a game that helps us to meet our dreams. I'm telling you today, there are people in Sandu, small boys and girls, they're kicking the ball. You go to Sami Pachonki, there are kids playing football. Come to Nyofele, Combo Central 2, there are young people playing football. But what is our situation currently in Gambian football? Ladies and gentlemen, my fellow Gambians, I want to tell you today, it has united us when politics divided us. Football can inspire us when challenges really discourage us. It has reminded us what when Gambians stand together, there is nothing we cannot achieve. Football can help us to achieve all those things. That is why I stand before you today, not merely to launch a manifesto, but to launch a vision of united football family. That's what we want to launch today. We want to launch a vision of all-inclusive development. We want to launch a vision of excellency, a vision of accountability, a vision of transformation, and above all, a vision that brings and that belongs to every stakeholder in Gambian football. The manifesto that we are coming to launch is not my manifesto. It's about the team, the coach, and all the stakeholders that are present here today. Members of the Football Federation, all this very important manifesto that we come into launch. My mission is simple. I've said it in my first interview with Big Sam, that is unification and transformation. That is my objective. As we look towards the future, it is important that we also acknowledge and appreciate those who came before us. Every president who has led Gambian football has left an invaluable remark, and that those are lessons that we can learn from. The old dad said it, there were presidents before the outgoing one. And the first that I worked with was the late O.B. Konate. I learned a lot of lessons from O.B. Konate. O.B., I can tell you, was a unifier. During his days, there was no political football camps in Gambia. O.B. was a unifier. O.B. tried to bring everybody together in football. Football was one family during the days of O.B. Konate. I want to be like him. Alhaji Gabi Sose demonstrated the power of vision and grassroots development. His leadership contributed significantly to establish the School of Excellence, that's the National Technical Training Center, was done by Gabi Sose, and the objective was we'll have a School of Excellence. That School of Excellence will be a place where we'll recruit young players, best of the best U13 boys, nurture them at that center to be the elite footballers of our country. So we're hoping that National Technical Training Center supposed to be the School of Excellence. Gabi, with his vision, he had a 10-point plan. That 10-point plan, he said Gambia 2023 will go, 2003, will play the African Cup of Nations under 17 in Swaziland. But we were just going there to participate, not to win anything. This is a leader with very good vision. He said 2005, Gambia will host the U17 tournament. And for sure, the target was we will play the finals of that U17 tournament in 2005. He said Gambia can win the trophy by chance. How many of you watched that final against Ghana? It was a lucky win for Gambia, and that was his target. That we want to participate in 2003, but 2005 we will play the U17 in Gambia as host, and the target is to play the finals. But we may win the trophy by chance. And exactly that's what happened. In the same 10-point plan, he said that group of U17 boys will now be moved to the U20, play the 2007 under-20 tournament, and possibly to World Cup, the same 2007. And we've achieved that in Gambian football. He said the same group of that young U17, 2003, 2004, 2005 U17 boys will now, most of them might turn to professional and serve in our senior national team, and possibly qualify the Gambia to the first AFCON in 2008. We nearly achieved that. The witness can say there was a CAF rule that came late in 2008, 2010. Gambia couldn't make it. So Gabi Sose was a visionary leader that I want to imitate. His style of leadership, I want to take the best practices from him, added to what I want to do to move Gambian football to the next level. Another great leader in Gambian football was Sidi MB Kinte. Sidi Kinte shows us the value of action-oriented leaders. Sidi don't believe in strategic planning. Sidi don't believe in promises. Sidi is the type of leader who will say, I want to see results, and it must happen. How it's going to happen, that's not his business. So thank you, Sidi. During his days, he was able to get the football headquarters for us, the NTTC at the artificial turf at the National Technical Training Center. The Brikama field was called Win-Win, through the Win-Win project that was under Sidi Kinte, and women football was his baby. Sidi did a lot in football without good strategic planning method. We don't believe in that long-term plans, whatever. Sidi is an action-oriented man. With my team, I want us to add that part of it in whatever we want to do in football. That is, yes, it's good to plan, but we must act to achieve results. Because one thing I believe in, Some strategists will tell you, if you want to develop, you must do a SWOT analysis of your organization. SWOT will tell you the strength, the weakness, opportunities, and the threats. But Kemo and the team, we said we want to use the SOAR one, S-O-A-R. Sambaketa, you are a strategist. There we are looking at the strength, the opportunities, the aspiration, and the results. So we must be action-oriented. Whoever is coming in my team, you should be ready that we're going to come to work and achieve results. Under the leadership of another great president, Mustafa Kebe, a personal friend, Mustafa brought professionalism, sound governance, and institutional discipline to Gambian football administration. This leadership emphasizes strategic planning, accountability, and strengthening the system to support football development across the country. He initiated a policy called every region must get an artificial turf field before he goes out of the office. Unfortunately, he served only only 1 year. And in that 1 year, he brought the Jara Soma project, because the objective was the 7 regions of this country, especially the rural regions, every region will get a very good artificial turf pitch so that the young boys and girls will have a place to play. And that artificial turf field in Jara Soma today helps how many clubs to be in the 1st division, 2nd division? How many players are now turned into professional football because of that pitch? We thank you, Kebe, for that good leadership. These are all presidents that I work with. I'm telling you the experience that I learned from each of them. The great one is Lamil Kaba Bajo. Kaba undoubtedly becomes one of the most successful leaders in the history of Gambian football. Under his stewardship, the Gambia qualified for the African Cup of Nations 2 times. We call it back-to-back. Nobody can deny that. No president has achieved that. I want us to stand up, please. Let's give a round of applause to Kaba Bajo for his great achievement. Thank you. The current president, Mr. Bajo, also contributed towards the expansion of the infrastructure project, women football, and he's also doing a lot in terms of international connection, connecting the GFF and the external world. We thank you very much, Mr. Bajo. I also learned a lot from him that I want to add with my team for our coming programs. On the normalization, because Gambia went through 3 normalizations that I've witnessed. One under Alhaji Omar Sy, a very experienced leader. You will come to him and tell him things, he will say, okay, but he wants evidence. Evidence-based leader. That's Omar Sy for you, late Omar Sy. May he show the blessing in perfect peace. Obi Konate was also another normalization chairman. Alhaji Silla, Coach Alhaji Silla, a very good liberal person. Alhaji is independent person. He can work with anybody as a football leader. Alhaji served as a chairman of the Gambia Football Federation Normalization Committee, and he's still in football in another capacity. We want to thank Coach Silla for what he is doing in football. The ministers, because Gambia Football Federation works with the Minister of Youth and Sports. I started working at GFF 2002, July 1st to date. Work with 7 different ministers at the Ministry of Youth and Sports. All the ministers did very well, but the best is Honorable Bakar Baji, the current minister. I can tell you. I have my reasons. We said Gambia qualified to AFCON twice. Some say yes, it's the GFF Executive Committee. Yes, GFF did very well. Usman Chodrame, his professionalism, managing the team, credit goes to him. But without the financial resources, it is not possible. There were ministers. You would send them a budget, they'll say, sorry, GFF, we don't have money. 0 contribution. At times in our financial report, you will see 0 from government contribution. But the days of Hadrame Sidibe, government start funding football in a very good manner. Bakari Baji came, start chartering flight for the national team. And that helped the team with comfort, good performance, and we qualified to 2 AFCONs. We must salute him. Whatever happens, these are people we should say, thank you for the efforts they did on football. The President of the Republic of the Gambia, His Excellency President Adam Barrow, I cannot definitely, and my speech of appreciation to other people without mentioning him. The leader of the country, if there is no peace in the country, there will be no football. The conducive environment is here. And he is the approval of it. He also approved the finances for football. We must thank him, and we hope, with the likes of the big man sitting, this new executive coming, we want a lot of support from the government, and we want a very good relationship with the government, and we hope the president of the country will continue to do that. We thank him very much for his support. My fellow stakeholders, what I am now coming is why KMOCC and what next? I will start with what next. My fellow stakeholders, I have carefully studied the achievements of these distinguished leaders. I have learned from their success and experience. If entrusted with the responsibilities of leading Gambian football, I intended to combine the best experience that I've learned from the different leaders into the coming executive. People always ask me, like Usman will come to me and say, Nakeba, why do you want to be president of GFF? This is a question that everybody's asking. Even Murso, my big brother, top referee in the Gambia. When they call me, say, Kemo, president, but why do you want to be president? I say, yes, Murso, I want to be president. Why? I will tell you my reasons today. Looking at my experience as KMOCC, I said, many people have asked me why I believe I am the best candidate to lead Gambian football. My answer is always straightforward. I am the candidate who can unite all the stakeholders. Unification is key in our football. Yes, we can have the resources at club level. We can have all the required resources to play football. But if we are divided, we cannot achieve the desired results. So unification is key in whatever we are doing. Why I said I'm the unifier? I work under different presidents. Some of these presidents are in the country, they are still alive, but they are not into football. The executive committee going out, they are our brothers. I work with them. With very good respect, we still want them to continue in football, in different capacity. The stakeholders, the clubs, we want to unite. How are we going to unite? I will come to that later in my speech. There must be that eye-to-eye contact between the different stakeholders. We must sit and chat, discuss our problems as clubs and allied associations, regional football associations. But I'm happy today, I can tell you the regional football family is a united family. The regional football associations, they are united. The election coming, I am not seeing it as like I'm running against my enemies. These are my brothers. I work with Sadibu, not in fact before working with Sadibu. 1996, when I formed Baikau, there is a youth group in Bakau called Bakau Youth Association for Children Welfare, Baikau. Sadibu used to do my printing, my flyers for that organization. Then when he was working at DBC. The relationship is not today. He is not my enemy, he is a brother. Musa Falcons Jammeh, when he was playing, I was an administrator. There is a relationship. And I want that relationship to continue. After election, after August, Gambians should see this family as one family, not a divided family. So I want to be that person who will unite the football family. Stakeholders, I please ask for your support. We want a united family to move this football to another level. Like I said, I'm going to create an initiative called President Lakacha. This President Lakacha will be the GFF president with the club presidents, allied association presidents, RFA presidents. No other person. Will be meeting every 6 months. This every 6-month meeting of the presidents. No RFA should send the Secretary General. No RFA, no club should send a vice president. No other alliance should send an ordinary member. We want only the presidents to be at that meeting. Let's discuss our problems as policy makers. Because we had the head of the policy group. Let's discuss, know our problems, and see the way forward. Because what we are having now is once in a year at annual General Assembly. I want to break that line, do it every 6 months, but with all the presidents of the various groups. Ladies and gentlemen, there is a group very important. We want to play football. We want to continue enjoying our football, celebrating our football, but they cannot be left out. These are our former legends, former professional players. We have a problem in this country. One day I went to the Serakunda hospital. I met a brother, Lamin Owens, at the gate as a security officer. I cried. You cannot have Lamin Owens of this country who played football for this country, a security officer at the hospital gate. It's not correct. Owens can be a security officer, I have no problem with that, but it should be in football. He can be chief of a security at a football organization, but not at a hospital. We have players that played for this country. I'm a live witness to that. Jato Sise used to pay his own money to come and play for this country. If you go to our GFF creditor ledger, I still have the records. 2005 end of year accounts. There is still $14,000 that was not paid to him. Those days, that was a lot of money. Because we didn't have money to refund him. Those days, we said, Jato, we amuñ halis. And he said, my brother, Kemo, we will do, no problem. There was a game, Gambia Cape this hotel, the players were lodged here. They said they are not going to play because we don't pay them their allowances. Less than $3,000. I called Jato, Sefo, Ibusilla, Kemo Sise. They said, my brother, the game is over. We're going to play. It's our country. They are still alive, but they are nowhere to be seen in football. Jato Sise, who can tell me when did they last see Jato in this country? Our team, we want to bring Jato Sise by December, inshallah, to this country. We want to have a very good home welcoming for Jato Sise in this country. Jato is more than Elas Diouf, is more than whoever in Senegal for us. Gambia cannot still replace Jato Sise as a midfield 10. We don't have a player. If I said others might feel offended, I'm sorry, but that's the reality. That's my opinion. Jato should be back with our senior national team, not as a coach, but as a special person, like Elas Diouf is in Senegal. Where is the likes of Tamsir Mane? Some of you are here, you don't know him. Who was Tamsir in Walidan? Bay Omar Samba, where is Bay Omar? Samuel Kadbo. Samuel played in Brussels, in Belgium, sorry, he's professional football. His contract was terminated because Sami forced to come and play for Gambia without permission. The contract was terminated because he forced himself to come and play a home game against Congo, DR Congo, at the Independence Stadium. After that game, the club called him, don't come back, he stayed here. You know what happened? Walidan later, later played for Stevico Football Club. Sami, a top player. You know where Samuel Kadbo is today? He's a PE teacher. I'm sorry to say, in this country. Sami is a PE teacher. He was supposed to be here today, but because he has a funeral to attend 4 o'clock. So these are things that we need to solve in our football. And I'm sure with a very good team, and with your collaboration, honestly, club presidents, RFA presidents will be able to solve this. I cannot do it alone. We have to sit and discuss. Bring back these people. Say for Soli. They played in other countries. Idrissa Sonko, Ibu Silla, they are here, they are alive. Somebody's talking about Demba Sanya. Yes. I'm happy the likes of Zico is back. He's doing something in Gambia. Sohana is working hard. Tijan Jait, the others are still in the country, but they need to be recognized by football. And I want stakeholders to vote me in so that I can achieve this dream with a team. Not me, I cannot do it alone. Ladies and gentlemen, this manifesto is not merely a collection of promises. It is a commitment to service. It is a roadmap to progress. It is a vision built upon consultation, experience, and a genuine passion for Gambian football. It is a promise to unite our football family, strengthening our institution, because if we don't, Gambia Football Federation should be a capable institution. We want to strengthen the capacity, because all the organs of the Football Federation, some will say it is very bad. No, it is not bad to that extent. But we need to improve. There are gaps for improvement. We want GFF to be a capable institution, meaning financially, GFF should be independent. There should be a time we should not even hope or think about FIFA fund. Our hope should be from ourselves, that GFF is self-financing. It should be a capable institution, and that the team that is coming will be able to do that, I promise. Today, I invited you to join this movement, a movement for unity, a movement for accountability, a movement of development, a movement for inclusiveness, a movement for transformation. The future of Gambian football will not be built by one person. It will be built by all of us working together with a shared vision and a shared commitment to whatever we want to achieve. As we are official here today for the launching, let us commit ourselves to building a stronger, more united, and more successful football nation. Let history record that when that time comes to choose division or unity, we choose unity. It's possible. We may have that situation where they say, now choose. You divide or you unite. Our objective should be, let's choose unification. That is key. I said it. When the time comes to choose satisfaction or transformation, I will definitely go for transformation. Yes, if I'm satisfied, I can be satisfied. That's no problem. But the transformation in Gambian football is key. We are at a stage, we need to move at another level. I am a transformation leader, I can tell you. So let's join together, support this team coach, and you have the transformation type of leader that can move this federation from one level to another. I thank you for your presence, your trust, and your belief in this vision. Together we can write the next great chapter in the history of Gambian football. Special thanks to the following, to my infantry battalion. In football, yes, we have soldiers in the hall here. Teneng and the group, can I see you please? Okay, that's good. These are soldiers in the National Army, but honestly, they are part of my family. Thank you very much for coming. I also have an infantry battalion in football. Sekou Arsenal and the team. Sekou Arsenal and the team. I thank you very much. The General, I salute you, sir. These are people who are always on social media, the ground operators, so I most appreciate their effort. I must thank Bakari Bojang. Where is Bakari? Where is Bakari Bojang? Can you stand up? He's the general coordinator. Bakari, thank you very much. The rest of the history will come later. Ibrahim Adabo, the campaign and organizing, she is the chairman of our campaign and organizing team, also in charge of media. Thank you very much. Mr. Jagana, he is head of the strategy committee, very knowledgeable, and I'm sure with JFIN money transfer, we'll have a lot of money from football. Thank you very much, Mr. Jagana. Then Jalibachu, you are here. Thank you very much for coming. It's good to have you here. I want to thank you all, family members, the media, for your presence. I can see my brother from Medina. I thank you very much. I'm happy that the stakeholders are here today. Samba Keita and the group, we want strategies to move Gambian football to another level. The FIFA funding 1.6 million for operations. Somebody will say, hey, that's a lot of money. Because if you convert it to dollars, it's a lot of millions. But in football, honestly, if I said, people said, who is KMO? But honestly, just go look at your club expenditure. It is important, it's money, but it cannot finance our national team. We need to come together with very good strategy and generate income for football. We will come to that during the Manifesto discussion. And I thank you very much, stakeholders, members of the family. Allah baraka bake. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Sise, Coach. So before I said, what keeps us together is bigger than what divides us. And I will repeat, Mr. Sise is what keeps Gambian football together. Because Gambian football is bigger than all of us. Stakeholders, we are happy that we have a big lineup of stakeholders here with us who are sharing the same vision with Mr. Sise. He will come to have that vision with you later on the screen. He will project the vision for you and also explain this vision in detail to some of you. But before that, we want to welcome on stage someone who has played football, who understands what it is to be a player, but also who understands the frustration of a young player, the dream of a young player, and also the rejoice of someone who has left this country to play outside. He has made mention of names here in this hall who were great personalities in Gambian football, but are now settling for jobs that could not put food on their table. And I'm happy that he made mention of my own teacher, Samuel Kagbo. Some of the students he taught knows the life he lives. And if you say that someone whose contract in Belgium was terminated because of representing his country is living a life like Sami is now, that is pity. Should stakeholders continue our veterans to live in pity, or should we uplift their status? If we agree to uplift their status, then he is the answer. And I want all of you to clap for him for having that brilliant mind. At this stage, we invite one of our former players, Mr. Demba Sanyang, to come and deliver a short speech. Mr. Sanyang, we have 2 minutes for you to come and deliver a short speech before we invite Mr. Ismail Sise. Mr. Demba? Yes, okay. Demba, thank you so much. As a former player, please have the podium.
Thank you so much. Assalamu alaikum. Assalamu alaikum, Kemo. On behalf of ex-players for Steve Biko or Gambian ex-players, I'm glad to be here, finally, because of Kemo Sise. Personally, I wouldn't talk about Kemo, what he's done in Gambian football, but what he's achieved when it comes to football, I think we all know about it. And for me personally, with behalf of Asan Oskoli and the rest of Steve Biko's family or the Gambian national team, I think if we want to talk about Kemo now, we'll be here the whole day. When they ask me why do you endorse Kemo, the first thing I say is for the past 3 years, what Kemo have done in Gambian football, I think we've all saw it. And my personal reason with him, I wouldn't talk about that because he's done a lot for me personally, but I wouldn't talk about that. But what he's done for Gambian football, what Kemo have done for Gambian football these past 3 years, we've saw it. That being the case, for me personally, I endorse him because for 3 years, what he's done this Faraba, I think everybody have saw it. And you have, he got about 3 teams. He got 3rd division, 2nd division, and 1st division. So each of these 4 teams got about 40, 45 players. So 45 players times 3, how much youths are playing for Kemo and it's changing their life. So only that part of things, for me personally, I think that's why I'm endorsing Kemo, not the Kemo that I've known since. Yeah, not the Kemo that I've known since I was young, because he's the first person to give me a football boot to start playing football on a senior level. And Lankadi and all these people are here to witness that. Kemo gave me my first football boots since I was young to play football. He went to my dad, he's sitting there, asked my dad, I'll take care of Demba since I was young. And he did it since I went to all the way to professional level. My first contract was in Tunisia. I can remember that, 2002. But before that, me and Asajata came and sold us to Senegal. I want Terle boy. You know, so we went to Senegal. We played there professionally. Yeah, Wantero long with boy. Hassan is here, my witness. So we went to Senegal. Our first professional contract was in Senegal. We played for CSS, Company Secret Senegalese, and that was free. Kemo always asked the clubs to give us boots. If you have old boots, football shoes, or bips or markers, just give us and take these players. He never sell because players. So he always negotiate his contract that level. And we went to Tunis 2002. Me, Hassan, T-Boy was there. No, not T-Boy. Ablai Bojang, former the under-20 coach. We went to Tunisia again. That's why he said, start the Tunis and Tafasar. He sold us for free again. Give us balls. If you have old jerseys, give us old jerseys. If you have old balls, give us all. And take these 3 players. That's it. And then again, I went to Finland again. My first professional contract was 2007. Yes, still the same thing. Give us old balls, whatever you have, give it to us, and then take these players. That's it. So Kemo, like I said, if I want to talk about my personal affair with Kemo, when it comes to my professional career in football, we'll be here all day. But all I can say is the stakeholders, you've seen what Kemo have done when it comes to Gambian football. For these past 3 years, like I said, he got 4th division teams, 2nd division, 3rd division. You got youths that are playing there. So he's changing that lives of those youths. So just that part of things, I think we should all try to get him to be the president, and he can change a lot in Gambian football. I've seen a lot of things that needs to be changed. So that being the case, I think the stakeholders, you know, it's not like I'm putting stuff into you. You're all seeing what he's done when it comes to football. The national team of the Gambia national team, there is no player that haven't gone through Kemo when it comes to personal, you know, affairs with him. He gave you boots, football versus football jerseys, you name them. So the stakeholders, like I said, think twice, or not even think twice, just think straight and see what Kemo have achieved within these past few years when it comes to Gambian football. I always tell Kemo, I went to his house with Umi. Umi is there, and he's like, Umi, dem balaka lo internet o rakanden. Nga Kemo ifanyo. Itol batata tol bole. But yet still, I'm still here because, like I said, he's done a lot when it comes to Gambian football. So I think the stakeholders, you already know what Kemo have done when it comes to Gambian football. So yeah, for that being the case, I think 2 minutes is all right. I'm all right. Thank you so much. Allah baraka.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you, Demba. So, Demba has taken us to a maths class. Okay? Now, let's be mathematicians now. Okay. Clearly, in this country, we said more than 60% of our population are young people. Meaning, more than 60% of our population is below 35 years. That's what statistics says. But also, we know in this country, statisticians are telling us that we have more than 42% unemployment rate. Meaning, more than 42% of those young people are not employed. They don't have a job. Okay? And again, the same statisticians are telling us that even the percentage of young people who are employed are underemployed. It means the jobs that they are doing cannot put food on their table. That's what statisticians are telling us. Now, the reason I'm bringing this because Demba take us to a maths class now. Now, if you have someone who has 3 groups of players under his watch, and each group has about 45 players. Now, 4. Okay, now 4 groups of players, and each setup has about 45. Okay, he has taken us to a maths class. That is how much? 180. Do we do it right? 180 young people directly under his watch. Okay, and let's say each group of players, each group of teams, they have at least 5 officials. At least 5 officials. 5 times 4 is 20. So meaning, Mr. Sise directly provides employment for more than 200 young people in this country through football. Can we clap for him, please? So this goes to what Demba says. Only his engagements with Dutch Lions is a manifestation that he is the one for the job. And there is no other person. And whosoever is seeking that job should come and join him to ensure that he replicate what he is doing at a personal level for national football development. And we cannot talk about that without talking about grassroots football. And in our mix, we have a champion of grassroots football in Ismaila Cisse, who is the head of the School Football Association. And Ismaila, together with the presidents of the regional football associations, have collectively endorsed Mr. Cisse as the candidate for the coach, and they are backing him for election in 2026 in August. Mr. Cisse, with you and your team, we're inviting you to the podium so that you can deliver a joint statement on behalf of the School Football Association, but also on behalf of all the regional football associations, as you have been doing in the past. Thank you so much. We give you 3 minutes, Mr. Cisse, to address the stakeholders before we bring back Coach for his presentation, and then the launch statement from Mr. Jagana. Thank you so much. Thank you.
All right. Standing on all existing protocols, I want to begin with a saying that says that experience is the best teacher. And I think the one leading the coach has manifested his experiences in the past to us here, and then that is something that we need to count on. I'm speaking on behalf of the regional associations and allied association that has endorsed the coach, team coach Kemo Cisse, in support of Kemo Cisse for president, Gambia Football Federation 2026, to the convener and the leadership of team coach, distinguished elders and statesmen of Gambian football, representatives of clubs, fellow presidents of our regional football associations, leaders of our allied association, members of the press, invited guests, and most importantly, the football-loving people of the Gambia gathered here today. I greet each and every one of you. Good afternoon. On behalf of the KM Regional Football Association, West Coast Regional Football Association, Banjul Regional Football Association, Lower River Regional Football Association, North Bank Regional Football Association, Central River Regional Football Association, Upper River Region Football Association, together with the allied associations, standing shoulder to shoulder with team coach. It is with humility and with the full mandate of our regional executive members that I rise to speak. Ladies and gentlemen, today is not an ordinary day on the football calendar of this nation. Today marks more than the launch of a manifesto. It marks a moment where the regions of the Gambia, for too long spoken about rather than spoken with, stand together with one voice to declare the direction we believe Gambian football must take. Every great movement in football governance, anywhere in the world, has a defining day, a day where stakeholders choose to stop watching from the margins and step to the center of their own destiny. For Gambian grassroots football, today is that day. This is the significance of this occasion. It is the day the region said, clearly and without hesitation, that the future of the Gambian Football Federation must be built from the ground up, from our school pitches, our regional leagues, and our community pyramids are not imposed from the top down. It is the day we put our names, our reputations, and our collective strength behind a team and a candidate that we believe will honor that truth. Years from now, when this history of Gambian football reforms is written, this gathering, this manifesto launch will be remembered as a turning point. We are proud that our regions choose to be present, visible, united on this day. Our endorsement, team coach and Kemo Sise. It is this foundation that I declare on behalf of all 7 regional football associations and our allied associations, school football, our full, formal, and enthusiastic endorsement of team coach. This endorsement was not given lightly. It was as a result of a careful consideration, consultations, continuously, day in, day out, that we have come to a conclusion that it's time for us to endorse team coach, that is Kemo Sise, for president. It was earned. We saw a vision. We did not just blindly endorse him. A roadmap that speaks not in vague promises but in concrete commitments to regional development, youth structures, and competition pathways that connect a child's first touch of a ball to the national stage. We saw leadership, a willingness to come to us, to sit in our regions, as he highlighted in his speech, to listen before asking for our support, rather than expecting our loyalty as formality. We saw honesty, consistency of message, whether in Kanifing or in Basse or in Koina or in Sandu or Diabugu or in Nyofele and any other part of the country, whether the audience was large or small, whether the cameras were present or not. But beyond these 3 pillars, our associations were moved by something more specific, a genuine plan for resource decentralization, ensuring regional associations are not merely implementers of federations' decisions, but partners in shaping them. Respect for regional autonomy and voice, because voice matters. As regions, which becomes the biggest stakeholder in football in the Gambia, their voices matters. Recognizing that the 7 regions of this country are not satellites of the center, but the very heartbeat of Gambian football. A track record of accessibility and accountability, which our regional leaders has come to trust through direct engagement, not press statements alone. Distinguished guests, let us be reminded today, as we seated comfortably in this very venue, of a simple truth. There is no Gambian football without the regions. Every Scorpion every Scorpion player who has ever worn the national colors first played barefoot on a regional pitch, in a school compound, or in a dusty community ground in Combo, in Brikama, or in West Coast, in LRR, in Banjul, or in URR, the North Bank, and so on. Our regions are not the periphery of this nation's football story. We are its origin and its engine. A federation that neglects its grassroots neglects its own future. A federation that empowers its regions secures the next generation of Gambian football in excellence. And Team Kemo, or Team Coach, is here to endorse that. This is not the opinion, or this is not opinion. It is the lesson football has taught every serious footballing nation on earth. Our collective pledge, the school football, regional associations. Therefore, on this significant day, we, the regional football associations and allied associations of the Gambia, pledge our full support to Team Coach and the candidacy of Kemo Sise, our manpower, knowledge, and regional networks in service of this campaign, our unwavering commitment to a Gambian football future that is regionally rooted, school-nurtured, and nationally triumphant. The regions are ready. Are you ready? The regions are ready. The clubs, I'm sure the clubs are ready, because the moment the regions are ready, the clubs will not be left behind. The grassroots are ready. We are ready. And on this day, we say with one voice, Team Coach, we stand with you. Kemo Sise, we stand with you. Thank you, and thanks for listening. Thank you so much.
Thank you. So, Mr. Sise has delivered a statement on behalf of regional football associations and school football. And we cannot do justice to those presidents without inviting them on stage so they could all be with Mr. Sise here. Yes, we have the other Mr. Sise. Yes, we have all of them. Well, yes, all the presidents. Let's clap for them, please. All the regional presidents. All the regional presidents here. Let's line up, yes. Let's line up. We are all here. These are presidents of our regions. Good. Good. Yes. So these are presidents of regional football associations and that of school football. So here we have Banjul Regional Football Association, we have West Coast Regional Football Association, we have School Football Association, we have CRR Football Association, we have NBR Football Association, we have URR Football Association, and we also have LRR Football Association. Coach, where is Coach? Yes, let's have Coach in the middle. Coach, yes, let's have Coach between Mr. Sise and him. Yes. We have our regional football presidents, and our clubs are celebrating. It's game over. What a beautiful moment for Gambian football. So the only region that is not here, we also telling them to join us because the vision is bigger than one region. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you all of you. Regional football associations, thank you all of you. Thank you for this, and I'm happy that our clubs are celebrating. To the other delegates from the regions, you've seen example from your presidents. So follow the example and ensure that the coach get your vote in August. While Mr. Sediba is setting up for the coach presentation, we will allow our musician with us here, Jalibach, to give us a 3 minutes interlude while our technical team is setting up. Thank you so much, Jalibach. Yes. After the presentation, we start. Yes.
lai mandin sulamuri.
Thank you. Thank you, Jali. Thank you.
Sisangana mandin mori. Yeah. Kemo sise. Umi marun kema nen awatamedu kema. Sise moro banko kenwa.
Thank you, Jali. Thank you. Thank you. We're coming back to you, Jali. Thank you. Okay. Can we be seated for the presentation?
Ntelenga foejang ndunga te baila we no by force fonsi tolo. Ntelenga foejang ndunga te baila we no by force fonsi tolo. Femme bal tolo la de fonsi tolo jang we no by force. Ntelenga foejang ndunga te baila we no by force fonsi tolo.
Thank you, Jali. Yes, thank you.
We know by force fonsi tolo.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Can we can we take our seats for the presentation, please? Yes. Let's take our seats for the presentation. Yes. Good. Thank you so much. Thank you, Jali. You say Jaliko we know by force. Fasi Kemo Tolo. Thank you. Thank you. Yes. Fonsa Tolo. Good. So can we all take our seats for Kemo's presentation? The event will close in the next 20 minutes. Kemo will have his presentation, and then Mr. Jagana will do the launch statement. There is food and drink also. If we have Badibunkas here, we'll serve you food, please. Okay? Thank you. Yes. Can you all take your seats? Yes. We are done. We are ready for the presentation. Good. Yes. Yes. Thank you. Can we take our seats now? Amadou, those at your back. Yeah. Okay. Yes. Those around the gate. Okay. Yeah. Those around the gate. Thank you. So, coach. This is the reason we are all here now. And the coach is going to present, is going to do a recap of his manifesto. We've shared booklets to you. Yes, we've shared booklets with you. So coach is going to give you just a snapshot of what is in the booklet. So he is coming. So Mr. Cisse, during his speech, he spoke about the vision he has for Gambian football. And he has beautifully written this in a booklet that is served with all of you. Those at the corner, that corner, yes. Thank you. I want to go back to the classroom, but I cannot because senior teachers like Mr. Cisse and Mr. Jammeh are here. So I would not go back to the classroom. Okay, please. Good. Thank you. Thank you. I could feel the enthusiasm and I could see the excitement in all of us at this stage. The hopes are very high. And we are hopeful that this very good event will turn into actual votes for us. And in making that actual votes, what is to convince voters that Kemo and the coach are the team that everybody should entrust their votes with, that is the manifesto. And this manifesto is a carefully written after a proper diagnosis of Gambian football based on experience, based on institutional knowledge of Gambian Football Federation, and based on the needs of stakeholders. Upon consultation with the regions, with different football stakeholders, Mr. Cisse has written a manifesto. And he is now coming to summarize that manifesto to all of us. So you can look at the screen. The manifesto will be projected on the screen, and Mr. Cisse will take you slide by slide. And this will take, for example, probably like 10 minutes before Mr. Jagana comes to do the launch statement. and then we serve food and have photos here and call it a day. Thank you, Mr. Sise. We welcome you back on stage. Thank you. Let's clap for him, please. Let's clap for him. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Dabo. This part B, and I think the most important part, is to tell you briefly in summary what we have in the booklet. But before I start the presentation, I want to thank writers, those who contributed to build this manifesto. Like I said, it's not about KMU. It's a team, and part of the team members is a friend, Musa Jammeh, UK, Manchester. I want to thank Musa for the support and the contribution he made in this manifesto. Lamin Jane Jr., the father is here. Molamin is like the brain behind the team, the writer's top team. He did very well. I have to thank him. My partner in business, Ari Trefas, I must acknowledge the support he also provided for us to be where we are today. I thank everybody, one way or the other, like the head of the strategic team, Mod Jagana is around, Ibrahim Adabo, Mustafa Sediba, are all part of the team that put heads together, plus the regional block. We did a lot of consultation to at least have this program. Next slide, Mustafa. Next slide. Yeah, this is the candidate profile. KMO Sise, the coach. I was a football coach before. The ambassador said I coach him. But again, the coach, there is a bidding for the coach. Football administration is like 1997, I started officially to be a football administrator. Secretary General, Deputy Treasurer of Bakau Sports Committee. Then later, Treasurer Bakau Sports Committee. This was 1997 to 2004. I worked with Paco Damfa. He's a life witness. We were together as the main pillars of the Bakau Sports Committee at that time, but trained by the likes of Lamin Jane, Alhaji Sosekol, Pa Usman Jaitaro, Alassana Conte Jara. Then the Finance Director, GFF. All my life was head of Department of Finance from 2002, July 1st to 2025, 31st December. CEO, Steve Vico, I started as Social Secretary, 1997. Then later CEO. Then Molamil Tonji Sanyang was the president of the club and virtually almost the owner. Sose was the main pillar of Steve Vico. He was like our operative. We were under him, myself and Musa Jammeh. Then later to the rank of CEO and second VP. Now with my own club, I released my responsibilities with Steve Vico. The likes of Lamil Kadi Jammeh, the young leaders, are now in charge, Usman Sanyang. Then I have the Gambian Lodge Lion as my team, because I don't want that conflict of interest role be my own team at the same time with Steve Vico. The FIFA executive certified in Gambia, up to the time I was leaving the Gambia Football Federation, we have only 3 football administrators that got this qualification, myself, Lamil Jassi, and First Vice President Bakar K. Jammeh. We are trained by FIFA for a 1-year program at the University of Nelson Mandela in South Africa to be football executive. Football executive program, there we are trained on the governance, financial management, event management, strategic planning, and any other area in football administration. So meaning this high-level FIFA program. Youth advocate, I said in 1996, when I was unemployed in Bakau, I said, look, before sitting down, I think I can create something for myself and create employment for young people. I formed a community youth group called Bakau Youth Association for Children Welfare. I was the chairman of the Youth Network of Population and Development in this country from 1997 to 2004. The project was sponsored by UNFPA, and I was one of those who contributed keenly as a main player for the establishment of this National Youth Council in 1999. I was the chairman that spearheaded that project. I represented the Gambia as chairperson and a focal person for Commonwealth Youth Program in this country from 1997 to 1999. The lady who replaced me was one Fatou Toure in youth work. Those in youth work can attest that. So all my life before football was youth. I was like both youth and sports. That's the advantage I have. Like I said, the vision core values is the coach. C is transparency. A lot of people here will say, no, GFF are not transparent. Yes, we are very transparent. Because if you go to the Football Federation, you look at the system there, especially the financial management system. Some will doubt and say, no, they are very corrupt. I cannot say, yes, we are not corrupt or whatever. But what I want to emphasize is there is the transparency. What we need to do is to improve on that side of it. Holistic development. In football, if you want to develop football, you cannot just do one part and leave the others. We have to do it together. That being the case, if you're talking about building the capacity of the administrators, referees, coaches, and others, we have to do it together. The regional block, the clubs, the alliance, let's develop everything together. So that is part of the program that is coming in the manifesto. Excellency, we want to be the best. Gambia Football Federation should be seen as the best institution in the country, and in fact, one of the best in the WAFU zone. That's our target, and I'm sure we'll be able to achieve it. Capacity building. In football, some will say we have serious capacity gap in our football, looking at the administrators, coaches, referees, medics, and even the security sector. But we want to improve this part. In the manifesto, we have programs for the coaches. If we say coaches training, it's not only about the lancing coaches A, B, and C, D lancing. No. We want to create that mentorship program for coaches. Gambian coaches now, we are almost end of the season. You can just sit and say, okay, we want to get 3, 4, 5 coaches from the Coaches Association, send them to different countries through our former players that I've mentioned. So they will be very important in this project. I can call Sefo Sole and say, Sefo, you played in Saudi Arabia before. Your club is there. We want to send, Fodeba, Ahmad Cham, for example, Jespa to Saudi to do certain mentorship program. We can talk to Jato Sise William too. We want to send 2, 3, 5 coaches there to go and do their mentorship for a period of 2, 3 months. That's part of the capacity building, not only the classroom type. These are ways under which those opportunities are there. The opportunities now, like I said, we're creating a lot of network where we want this institution to be capable. If you want the institution to be capable, the source of funding is key, and those opportunities are there. How are we going to tap the opportunities? That's why I said we have very good strategies in football. The likes of Samba Keita, and a lot of more people. Aliou of Walidan, we have people who think, Alaji Konate, they are good people. They can bring a lot of things for this country. And I'm sure with a very good team, we'll be able to tap those opportunities. Accountability. The Kacha, I've said, the president of Kacha will be a way that we want to use for the president of the Football Federation to be accounted to the members of the institution. Because Football Federation is not owned by the government of the Gambia. It is not formed by an act of parliament. It's you who own this Football Federation. The clubs, regional block, the Allied Association came together to form a football federation. It's your property. So if I am leading that, I am elected by you people. Should I just keep myself until end of December every year, call you for a meeting, present activity report, financial report? No, I don't want to do that. I want every 6 months, the owners will sit, I will tell them this is what we have. I want to hear from you. What should be the way forward? Then I consult my executive for the next move. This is my thinking. Collaboration. I said the government of the Gambia did very well under the current minister, and we want to continue collaborating with the government. GFF cannot stand alone. We want to collaborate with FIFA. That should continue because we are a member of FIFA, CAF, WAFU, the government of the Gambia, and if you come to the government part, all the ministries in this country have a role to play in football. Football can play a role in agriculture. Some will say how, but yes, it's possible. There are youth leaders here. Lamin said, you know, we can have a strategy. How can you link football to health? There are a lot of health issues that football can address. And football can also get money from those. So that collaboration part is important. Heritage and innovation. You cannot talk about the future if you don't know the history. Let's look back what happened yesterday. Then we start thinking, where are we today? Where do we want to be? This heritage helps us That's why we have, like I said, the former players will come and work with us, and we come with new innovation in football administration. We will tap those opportunities from them. Then the current challenges in football administration, our strategy is grounded in a clear understanding of the current challenges. Like I said, yes, I'm an insider. Some will say, hey, you work in the GFF for 23 years. Why are you standing in front of us talking about nonsense? No. Yes, as a staff for 23 years, well, it should be clear, I've never served in the executive committee. I am not a final decision maker of the Football Federation. I served as a staff and also under somebody, that's the General Secretary. He's the CEO and the budget holder of the institution. Some of you will be surprised if I said as a finance director of the Football Federation, I don't sign checks. I'm not a signatory to any of the bank accounts. Some will say, Kemo, how is that possible? And that is the truth. Meaning, yes, there can be proposals. I can say no as a finance director, it's not going to happen. But somebody from somewhere will tell me, hey, Kemo, who are you to say that? Yes, it's going to happen. Others will say, why? But you should resign if that is the case. I am not going to resign because it's our football. If I resign, who will fix it? And that's why we are here today to fix it. Resignation is never part of me. I will never resign. I will push until we see there is changes in football. That's why we say the weak governance and transparency system that is existing today, we have a solution for it. The institutional inefficiency, there are certain areas in the institution, if you go inside, do your performance assessment, you can see gaps. Those gaps, as a staff, as a member of that institution, I know them already better than other candidates. So we have a solution to these problems. The financial limitation over dependency, that's why we're now trying to avoid. We don't want to depend too much on FIFA funds. If FIFA said Gambia no money for you, then it means all of us will go home. No club will play football. Because we are depending 85% on FIFA funding. It should stop. How and why and when? The strategic team will think about that. Poor league structure and infrastructure gaps. The league, some are complaining that, we are not satisfied number of games played, professional league. But this, we will look at it. We are okay with the league, but we want to create a bigger player pool. If you look at the Gambia, how you look at the young players, number of players in this country, compared to the size, the population is like more than the size of the country. Those playing football. 60% of the young people in this country, 60% of the population are young people in this country. How many are playing football? You go to Bakau today at the beach side, how many players will you see? Go any part in the country, you will see young people playing football. But what do we have for them? We are thinking in the manifesto, we'll create another league. We'll come to that later. The weak grassroots and youth system, we assume I've been discussing that with previous presidents. Grassroots is important. And I think one idea that we want to introduce is like every first division team, at least have a youth team. If Biko is playing Real de Banjul 5 o'clock, you say the U15s will play at 3 o'clock. This will give us the opportunity to have the best young players for U17. And they will compete. You can prepare them for the better league. But what is happening now, you will see young players from the Nevetan, State First Division. You play 1-2 match, you cannot make it, you are out of the coach system. That's end of you. Your career is finished. There is no pathway for those young players. How are we going to do that? That will come later in the manifesto. Then, on the investment in women football, is a sector that we did a lot of study and research. Women teams will tell you ownership is owned by individuals. Nobody is interested in women football. People are not investing. So what are we going to do to save that sector of football? There is a solution in the manifesto. Skill gaps across coaches, administrators, like I said it. Gabi Sosa said in 2003, during a football bandaba, he said, Gambian coaches, they have their limitation. But a lot of people were annoyed and angry. Now, the best coaches we have are currently with B Lancing, only 2 A Lancing coaches in the country. There are some with UEFA B, UEFA Pro Lancing, fine. But you want to improve that sector, like I said, it's not only the classroom training. Let them do the practical. Let them go and learn outside. From Manchester United, from Wellingara 2, from Saudi top clubs. You will come back and say, this is how they do it. Then you improve on the system. learning by doing will help us to improve. Administrators can do the same thing. We can sit and say the General Secretary will go to Ghana for a training period of 1, 2, 3 months. It's possible. The General Secretary of the Football Federation can go on attachment, internship at a bigger football federation. Learn from them, because like I said, the General Secretaries are the budget holders of the institution, of the GFF. They can go and learn what is happening in Nigeria. How are they managing their finance, their governance system of management? Because you must be able to divide the governance team from the management side. The conflict of interest, you will be a president or a vice president of the Football Federation. Now you also want to be the Secretary General, or you want to be the technical director. There should be a line. Each have a function. The governance team, that's the executive committee, should stop here. The management team under the General Secretary should start from here. The gap should be clear. So you need very good administrators to be able to at least implement that. Referees. What we want to do for coaches, we can do it for referees. You can say, Maudo, we like the like of Papa, a best referee in this country. Go call your partners outside. More so, can you lead your team of referees to Asia? Talk to them. We want them to provide us with latest equipment in refereeing. We don't have it. I don't have the resources, or we don't have the resources to do it. Go and do the networking outside. Papa can say, hey, yes, my first 2 times World Cup, I met friends in Asia, I met friends in America, I met friends in Brazil. They can provide this for us. Let's go there. The Football Federation will just give them money to go. Then there, we'll get a lot of things for referees without spending money. Networking is important. So you can also build the capacity of the referees through internship. It's possible. Medics and security. Medics now, we are relying more, the national teams, doctors from the hospital normally travel with the senior national team because we have gap in football. Club medics need to be trained to another level. Lack of player welfare and safeguarding. There is Football Player Association, but that association need to be protected, and we need to help them to know how to take care of the welfare of the players. We have a problem in the league. You will see a player who played for Gambia Dodge Lion 2022-2023 season. The contract is finished, or he is not even under contract, but because now he wants to go and play for Walidan, I will still say he's my player. He will not go without clearance. It means that player will sit like a slave. Some of those things, the players need to be protected. The safeguarding of young kids, the young girls playing football is a really very necessary. We need to improve on some of those things. Limited involvement of ex-professional players. I have discussed about that. We want to get more of them in our system. The strategic transformation agenda. Under the leadership of KMO and consultation in football stakeholders, technical experts, the manifesto, the first part of it will be from 2026 to 2030, 4 years. We are thinking. But the second term, this manifesto will also cover the second term. Now, first phase is 2026 to 2030. End of 2030, we'll come back and do a review of the manifesto and see where are the gaps, where do we need to improve, and the like. Then after our assessment of the challenges that were discussed before, we said under governance, these are the key reform areas. Publishing annual audited financial reports. Yes, it is happening. At AGMs, the GFF will come and distribute audited accounts to all the members of the Football Federation, to the GFF website, but we still want to improve. Because the reason why people are talking about GFF is not transparent, some of them are not getting access to this information. That is why. But every year, there are audited accounts provided to members of the Football Federation. So if people are talking about transparency, accountability, these are issues that we need to improve. How? That's where we will answer. The why question and how question. Strengthening the compliance, ethics, and accountability system. The compliance, there is a compliance department. We will improve for them to achieve the target goals. Ethics, we want to introduce a policy document called the Conflict of Interest, and the Code of Ethics will be all policy documents that will be provided to ensure the institution is independent from some of those high risks. Enhancing stakeholders' engagement, communication, I've just said that, that is meeting with the presidents through the President Lakacha, And we'll do more engagement with government and the NGOs, because some of our funding activities will be through the NGOs and UN system. That's a strategy that we develop for promoting openness and transparency in decision-making, inclusion. So these are activities that we have under. So the core governance principle will be rule of regulation, strong institutional over individual control. Because if you look at the key reform actions, you now go to the governance principles. These are there must be rule of law, strong institution over individual control, transparency in decision-making. So these are the list of things that we want to do to solve problems relating to governance. And if you go to governance, what we want to improve, the executive committee, normally they meet in the Greater Banjul area. But we want to decentralize our meetings. Most of the time, we'll be traveling to the regions to have our meetings. You know, the executive will say, now next executive committee meeting will be in Bassi. We go and do that. Farfenye will be traveling. So to achieve that, we said there must be a regional headquarters. You're talking about decentralization. We said, yes, there is decentralization in football, but we think we still need to improve. And to do that, one of the things that I want to do that no president thinks about it is this regional headquarters. We want to build a regional headquarters in probably Jarasoma. This regional headquarters will be responsible to take care of the 4 regions: URR, CRR, LRR, and NBR. They will coordinate the regional league because we want to create a 3rd division league, national 3rd division. Currently we have 1st division, 2nd division, finish. What we are thinking is professional league. But down, I said it at the beginning, the player pool in this country is bigger. So we have to create a lot of leagues. The 3rd division league will be a league of its own. The way we are thinking, we said Banjul, KMC, West Coast will form one block of 3rd division, maybe of 20 teams. How are we going to select how many teams is coming from each region? The right body will decide that. That is not my decision. But as president, what I want to see is a 3rd division league, proper league, 3rd division in Greater Banjul area. Regional level, Musa, go back. Regional level will also have a regional 3rd division league. And that 3rd division league will be managed by this office. This regional headquarters will have a regional secretary general, a technical department, finance, media and communication. So whoever is there, you will have a reporting boss at the head office. The regional block will be responsible to take care of all the regional programs. Not head office controlling URR, controlling NBR, controlling CRR. You want to do everything at the secretariat. It's not possible. We want to release power to the regional headquarters to take care of the 4 regions. However, the regional presidents from today should start working to have a land for your regional offices. This is not your office. Even the secretariat in Soma is not the office of the LRR-FA. The LRR-FA should have their separate management office. This office is for the 4 regions. That's why we call it the regional headquarters. West Coast region should start having a land for your office. Because like, it's embarrassing, you go to West Coast, you see their office. I'm not happy. You go to URR, they are renting. You go to NBR, they don't even have an office. LRR, I'm sorry, no office. And we're talking about decentralization of football, meaning we are not serious. If we want to be serious, these are some of the things that we need to work on, and the regional headquarters will be a base. This will be my baby, and honestly, we want to start this as soon as possible. If elected, even we're going to rent a building for a start, we will start until the building is constructed. Then the HR, these are the, during our review, we said at the HR department, we need to improve, because GFF, there is human resource department, but we need to establish a modern HR management system, define rules, key performance indicators for staffs, then define the rules, implement the staff training, success. The problems that we have in there need to be improved. The HR will come with a lot of policies, but that will come in our strategy later to discuss. Then the financial sustainability, I've discussed that. We want to make sure Gambia Football Federation is capable, a very good institution that will finance itself. So there must be that diversity of fundraising. Improve domestic league and competition. There we talk about the third division is here. The regions will have the third division, and the league that is currently played at regional level will be called the fourth division. Karamo, your regions will be now playing fourth division. You also have a third division, and there will be relegation and promotion. Semi-professional league. We're talking about the professional league, but we want to know whether we'll be able to start the professional league immediately. Whatever happens, we must be able to show there is that semi-professional that will help us to at least achieve a goal of like a structured transitional league system that bridges the gap between the amateur and the elite football, enhance player development and retention, strengthening club professional, then elevates the overall quality and competitiveness of football, Gambian football. Because to start a professional league is really very difficult. Gradually we want to start and see if we can start with semi-pro, move ahead, then gradually to a full-time professional. It's a process. Then the key is infrastructural development. Our target will be now, like I said, after the headquarters in Jarasoma, we can see the artificial turf in Jarasoma, what that achieved for LRR. To ensure every region in this country will have an artificial turf pitch. That's our thinking. Every region with an artificial turf pitch. URR. If you go to URR from Same Pachonki, that's the bridge, to Basse, to Pasamas, there is no grass pitch. Sorry, there is no artificial turf pitch. Come the other side, south bank of URR, from Koina, you go down to Sarebojo, there is no artificial turf pitch. Some of you people are looking at me, but you don't even know what I'm saying, because you don't know that area. Now go to CRR. You go to Nyamina in CRR. This is the advantage I have over other presidents. I can sit in my house. I know Jahanka in CRR, there is no football field. Chokes, you don't know because you are from Bakau. You don't know where Jahanka is. I am a village boy. I know where Jahanka is. And there is no football pitch. You come to Choya, yes, no field. Go to Badibu, no Kunda, no pitch. So now, we're thinking every region, one artificial turf pitch. At least that will help. LRR, yes, you are lucky. Maybe the Kians will have one. But for now, it's the other regions we're thinking about. So that is really one of the things that we want to achieve in our first. Musa, next. Go to grassroots. Then the grassroots and youth. Launch structural youth league nationwide. Like I said, we want every first division team to have a youth team. If Wellingara playing against Stevico, 5 o'clock, the youth teams will start at 3 o'clock. Play even 1 hour, then the senior team will come. That youth team will be your feeder. You will now have a room to develop players to play at the elite. Integrate football into schools. School football, the man is here. Grassroots is key. This is a very important component because our youth 13 players, that's why we hope to get them to the School of Excellence. So we must be ready to work with the school football and give them that support required to have a better future for our players. Strengthening the scouting and talent identification. The technical department will be encouraged to do a lot of talent identification nationwide to be able to give us products for our GFF Academy at the National Technical Training Center. Regulate and support certified academies. There are a lot of academies in the country, but we must help to give them what is required. Women football. We will promote inclusive football and expand opportunities for women. Expand women football competition, promote female leadership at least 30%, and so equal access for resources and opportunities, and inclusive and growing women football. Here what we want to do, apart from the financial support, capacity building, and encourage their participation in the governance, whatever, the key for the women's side is to ensure, talking about this all-inclusiveness, if you look at the GFF, first division male is 16, second division 18. They are members of the Football Federation. But if GFF is giving a support to male first division, 250,000 is the same amount given to women club first division. Second division, if it is 50,000 male, is the same 50,000 given to female second division. But there is no equality, no equity. They don't have voting right. I think that is not fair. That's my thinking and my opinion. To solve the problem, we think it is important we accept the women football clubs as direct members of the Football Federation. Women football, the days of Obi Konate, Gabi, Sidi Kinte, they were direct members. But for political reason, I can be honest to you, and that's the fact. For political reason, they were just parked at one corner as an association. Yes, you can have women association, I have no problem with that. But the female clubs should be given the right to be direct members. Direct members, they should have voting right. And we really want to encourage that, and it should happen. Inshallah. Then the deaf and the physical challenge people. These are very, very important people in our sector. Mr. Sise. He is from the Deaf Football Association. These are people who are playing and they have a national team. Do we know that they are playing football? Because they are physically disabled. So for us, they should not be part of us. No. We want to get you. We want to see and collaborate with you. How can you be members of the Football Federation? If we cannot do that, we're thinking like FIFA is thinking, to see how we can work with this sector of people who are playing football. And the manifesto is there. And honestly, our team is working hard to sit with their group and see what we can do to have a very good working relationship. Then human capacity building, development, expand training for coaches that have discussed that. Maybe player welfare, safeguarding is also discussed. We will enhance the player development committee. Stakeholders engagement. The same, staging collaboration with clubs and regions, promote all-inclusive. That's the president of Kacha will come there. We are okay with that. Then rolling the ball to the government. That's the most important part. No? To the government. Youth empowerment. With the Minister of Youth and Sports, we want to work with the Minister of Youth and Sports to create opportunities and pathway for young players. At Youth and Sports, what are the advocacy programs there for young people? We have problems regarding youth and drug, young people and health issues. We want to use the Department of Youth and Sports, come with proposals, see what can we tap from your various projects in NEDI, NYSS, President Award Scheme, different schemes that you have under the Department of Youth and Sports. How can we link football to those sectors? We want footballers to have life after football. Health and well-being, promote fitness and health. Health sector is a key area. If you go to health promotion, they will tell you we have problems regarding HIV/AIDS, tuberculosis, a lot of other health issues. We want to see how can we use football to help eradicate those things in our community. But what can football also gain from the Minister of Health? We want money from them. Give us $3 million for the regional block. The regional football associations now, every field where they play, they will say no to HIV/AIDS, or please, no to drugs. Those banners will be inside. So we have people who are very good in these things. They will help us come with migration prevention. There is an agency that is taking care of this. We already have a strategy for this. But I can tell you, under the chairmanship of Mr. Jagana, we have a strategic plan already. If we are in office tomorrow, we start work. The first 100 days, what we want to do is already mapped out. It's clear. The national team, excellence. we have an expert here. We cannot have anybody more than Usman Drami if you're talking about national teams. And that's why he was elected as the president of the National Team Association. That means Gambia, we have the best. So Usman, under you, we want to see excellency in our national team. But again, the role of the government and the former players are important to mobilize resources for us to achieve this objective, because it's the consistent and competitive national team performance. That's what we want to achieve as a goal. Marketing and branding, commercial growth. In football, collaborate with national and private broadcasters to introduce a weekly preview. This one also, we want to increase visibility, revenue, and global recognition in football. With in the manifesto is clearly spelled out, and in our strategy, we've outlined what we want to do in terms of creating more market and more resource mobilization for the GFF. Yes. Then the policy enforcement and regulation. The strategic commitment, we will ensure fairness through strong regulatory enforcement. That is club lancing. This is a requirement from CAF. But still, there are a lot of clubs that did not even meet the FI board to ensure they have their license. So this one we will really enforce, because if you want to be a coach now, the regulation will say you must be B lancing coach before you can coach a first division. You must have your A lancing before you go to CAF. We will also say you must have your club lancing before you participate in our league. So you must get your lancing. There is a team that will go around to Sibanor, assess where is your office. Do you have a secretariat? Yes, it's here with ticket. You have a U team? Yes. You have a staff in your office? Yes. Do you have a bank account? Yes. Audited account? Yes. So if you want to be a proper organization, you must be organized. And this club lancing will enforce you to do that. We cannot be just talking as club owners, but we are not prepared. And again, but we are good at attacking GFF. If you go down to the clubs, we have a problem. So we need to improve as clubs, strengthen this disciplinary system, implement monitoring frameworks, develop and implement. So the goal there is a fair, professional, and well-regulated football system. Integrate football legends, our ex-players, these are key, and it's in the manifesto very clear. Initiate, back. We will integrate football legends into our system. That's initiate an annual charity game and recognition of our ex-players, create a legend ex-player engagement program, appoint ambassadors and national team legends. Like if national team is traveling, the senior national team, we might say, okay, Jato, Simon Baji, we are calling you, will join Usman Drame with the national team, senior national team in Belgium. They are playing there. Because Usman, these two players, Simon Baji was a player for this country. Maybe some of you don't know, I don't know. Simon played very well. Jato Sise can go with the senior national team. Not as coaches, not as team manager, but like special ambassadors. They can stand in front of those players. Jato can say, hey, during my days, I was playing for this country without allowance. Today, you are receiving €2,000 allowance. That's the side of motivation we want from them. We need them around our teams. We can say, Os Jalo, the U17 is traveling to play in Morocco. Where are you? We're sending you a ticket. Go and join them in Morocco. Os Jalo was a champion of Africa. Os Jalo was part of the team that won Brazil. So he's important to face the U17 team. Usman Koli was a member of the U17 that were champions in Gambia. So we have a lot of those male players that we can use to be ambassadors for our national team. Next. Then I salute all of you, the coach, and I thank again those who contributed in developing this manifesto. They did a very good work. Yahya Jammeh, a friend from Manchester, UK, is always a friend of Alassane Mbalo, anyway. Always with Alassane Mbalo. Musa, we thank you very much. The ML Jane, Junior, Ibrahim Adabo Jagana, the Ismaila Cisse, members of the team. Amadou, I want to thank you very much. Now is end of the month, so I can now talk about you. I'm really impressed, Amadou. Amadou, your life is football, nothing else. I once told you in my office that Amadou, I knew you years back as an administrator, in fact a volunteer in football. Amadou was a volunteer physiotherapist when he was Red Cross. From Red Cross, different club managers. Amadou started a lot of clubs from grassroots to where they are today. All his life is football, nothing else. Yes, today you can be president of this football federation. You are a university graduate. You have the capacity, you have the experience, you have the network. But why joining me, Amadou? It's about trust. And I really want to promise you, I will do everything possible with our team to fulfill that trust. I thank you very much, Amadou, for having that trust in me and joining our team. Thank you very much. To conclude, I have friends of my wife, Mama Abaraka Bak Ngejijang. Aisatu, thank you all. Bay wuli ba manyo wuli. Nga manyo soto jang, nyawru ko mala manyo. Thank you very much, Sally. Allah baraka bake. Thank you all.
Thank you, Coach. Thank you so much. And to conclude the program, we have Mr. Mamadou Jagana to deliver the launch statement. Mr. Jagana, we welcome you to the podium. Okay, thank you. Our boss, Mr. Jagana, is the chairperson of our strategic committee, and he is making very good decisions to ensure the campaign goes smoothly. Thank you, Mr. Jagana. Okay, good. He is also a tech-savvy person. He always wants to work with technology. I like that with him. Okay, when everybody is using a paper, he comes with his own prompter on his iPad. Thank you, Mr. Jagana. Thank you.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yes, no problem. We'll give Jali some few minutes to entertain the hall. Yes. Abarka Jali, abarka, abarka.
Ngo kemola timo mole nangal bulo je sando bang momo ko wino by force bulo sando wallahi ntelenga fowe jang ndunga te baila wino by force fonsito. Yes. Sisanga na mandi mori jane ngana mandi mori banko la kende bale mudi kemo o sulamoro mandi sizomori. Femme baltolo la de fonsi tolo jang wino by force fonsi tolo mandi sulamori wino by force ntelenga foe jang ndunga te baila femme baltolo la de fonsi tolo jang wino by force fonsi tolo.
Abarka, abarka, abarka Jali. Wadiata, nyato dorong, nyato dorong, nyato dorong. Thank you. Before I go into my formal speech, I know a lot of people have been recognized in this hall, but I just want to recognize two people from Boxbar Stadium to the Bakau Stadium. Mamadou Sow, we grew up watching him in Boxbar. A lot of you people here didn't know how Boxbar looked, but I witnessed it as an audience sitting there across Alaji Sebo Tunkara's house. Thank you, Modu. Jerejef, Sisa support. Yes, I said a lot of these people. I didn't say this side. I said these people on this side. You know, those days we didn't have money to buy ticket, so we have to go to the balcony of my uncle Sebo Tunkara to watch the game. But you only see a quarter of the field. Another person I want to recognize here is Paco Damfa. I sponsored the Bakau Sports Committee. I still have the vest. When Paco came to my place, I saw him here, And I just wanted to recognize the two of them. There was a football player called Jim Elastic. Now he's Jim Plastic. His son is here, Tijan. Jim used to be a national player in the Gambia. A lot of you people don't know him. Good afternoon, honorable members of the Executive Committee of the Gambia Football Federation, distinguished Regional Football Association chairperson and presidents and committee members, respected club officials, coaches, referees, and administrators, our esteemed international partners watching us live, representatives of the government, football legends seated here, and the warriors who built everything Gambia football stands on today. We will never forget you. Members of the media, the press, ladies and gentlemen, family members, members of the football fraternity. On behalf of KMO Cisse and the entire team, the coach campaign, I stand before you today with profound gratitude and deep humility and absolute conviction. Today is not just launching of a manifesto. It's simple to launch a manifesto. Today is a declaration, a moment that many in this room have waited for, worked for, and prayed for. Today, the Gambian football family comes together not to hear what a candidate wants, but to understand finally and clearly what Gambian football deserves, and we deserve better. And what Gambian football deserves is exactly what the coach is prepared to deliver under this manifesto. Who is Kemo, the mind behind the manifesto? I first met Kemo and worked with him since 2005. I almost hired him at JFIN, but he refused. Kemo was born in Sandu, Misra, in Upper River region, far away from the capital, but close to the roots of this nation. He did not grow up with privilege or proximity to power. He grew up with purpose, and that we witness here with all the people that spoke. For over 23 years, Kemo has served Gambian football, from GFA until his retirement as finance director of the GFF. He built financial systems that were broken. Kemo strengthened accountability when there was none. He earned the trust of 8 different administrators through one thing: integrity. Not ambition, not politics, but integrity. Kemo holds a Master's of Science in Public Administration. He's a certified FIFA executive. He served as the chairperson of the National Network on Population and Development under UNFPA. Kemo is a founder of BICAO, the Bakau Youth Association of Children's Welfare. Because of Kemo Cisse, football and community have always been inseparable. He started as a community leader. Kemo is not a newcomer asking for a chance. He is an institution builder who has already proven himself, from Steve Biko to the Dutch Lions, flying the Gambian flag high. And today, he presents the vision, not for himself, but for every player who have ever run barefooted on a dusty pitch in the region, from Katong to Koina, from Banjul to Bantunding. For some of you who doesn't know, Bantunding is in Kantora, URR. For every coach who trained without a certification, but because no system cared enough to reach you, we will reach to you. For every woman who played with brilliance in an underperformed, underfunded league, but deserves so much more, will make your voice heard. For every young Gambian who looked at Backway and could not find enough reason to stay and took that risk, will make football a potential opportunity for you. Today, that change is for the better. But before we can talk about change, we have to agree that we need to look at the system and diagnose it. A credible leader does not simply promise change. They have to step back and diagnose problems and challenges with courage and deliver lasting solutions. Let us be honest about Gambian football and where it stands today. Progress has been made over these years, Our players are on the world stage. The Scorpions have brought us pride with the Gambian flag flying high. GFF and GFA has recorded real achievements under past administrations, and the coach honors that institutional effort. But sustaining this progress demands that we look squarely at what the limits are and what the potentials are. It demands we name weaknesses in governance and transparent systems that had eroded public trust around the football fraternity. Financial overdependence that makes every budget cycle an act of prayer. Infrastructure gaps that leave entire regions without a playable pitch. Grassroots systems that are underdeveloped but has huge potential to create opportunities for hundreds of youths across this country. Women's football that has been chronically underinvested. It is time we recognize that our women are our heritage. They carried us to where we are today. Player welfare systems that leave our players the very institutions that exist to serve without protection, without insurance, without dignity. These are not abstract issues. They are real barriers that we all know that have stolen real opportunities from real people. And the coach names them with courage and with care, because naming them honestly is the first step necessary to fixing a permanent problem. If you don't name your issues or challenge it, you cannot fix it. The strategic transformation, the agenda that we have. This manifesto we are launching today is not about promises. It offers strategic transformation agenda with 15 specific pillars of reform, each grounded in diagnosis, each backed by a concrete commitment, each designed to deliver a measurable outcome that you would hold us responsible to. The coach and his team will publish annual audited financial reports on the GFF website. We don't think we should hide anything because we are owned by the Gambian football fraternity. The coach will establish independent disciplinary and oversight committees. We will separate policy and leadership from operational management to make sure that GFF is governed by a system, not personalities. It should not be about him and her. It should be about the system. We will align our governance structure with FIFA and CAF best practices. As coach mentioned, we will introduce the football bantaba, a quarterly presidential stakeholder dialogue, so that every corner of this football family has a voice and sits on the table, not just meet once a year to go through annual published account. On financial stability, this administration has a clear and a deliberate position to make it the foremost important structure at the GFF. Let us make it very clear. We would support government specifically to make sure that the national football team is fully funded by the government of the Gambia. We need to make sure that budget is always aligned and put into the national sports, youth and sports budget. The national football team, their responsibility is the responsibility of the government. And we're going to make sure we have a good dialogue and relationship with government to make sure that our national team is not underfunded. All other GFF costs, grassroots, women's football, infrastructure, administration will be funded through commercial partnership, development organization, and international partnership. The government funds the national team. Everything else will try and raise money to build it through the coach and the team. Regional presence. Potential President Kemo mentioned he will establish a regional headquarters in Soma, bringing governance closer to every region of this country. And I think that is very important. He will deliver what every Gambian region has been waiting for, a playable football pitch in every region of the Gambia. He will launch the GFF Academy, a center for excellence that would develop the youth football teams all the way to professional teams. We will introduce a semi-professional league, formal contracts, minimum welfare standards, and a clear career path to help unleash opportunities for young Gambians. For the first time, being a footballer in the Gambia will mean something permanent, not something scary. The underinvestment in women's football ends under coach and his leadership and will expand the competition for women's football and men's football. Female leadership within GFF will rise to a target of at least 30% by the time we finish in our second term. I just want to ask you one simple question in this country. The women that play football, what ID cards do they hold? What passports do they hold? Is it not the same as you and I? They're citizens of this country. But they're treated in football as second-class citizens. Although we carry the same Gambian passport, we fly the same Gambian flag. So they should be recognized as full citizens in the football fraternity. And this is something that we, team coach, promised to deliver. They are Gambian heroes, and from today, they'll be treated as such. Partnership is a plan, not a prayer. This manifesto is a manifesto with a plan, not a wish list. The coach is not presenting a wish list. We're presenting strategies. Behind this manifesto sits a comprehensive four-pillar partnership architecture, the most ambitious and detailed commercial and development plan, engagement strategy ever developed for GFF. We have 9 government ministries, each tied to specific manifesto commitment, which will sign a formal MOU with them. And these MOUs will have KPIs that would hold both the government ministry and the GFF administration we plan to lead accountable. 10 international development organizations, including the UNDP, UNICEF, and the European Union, will sign an MOU with them. 8 diplomatic missions, including the Islamic Development Bank, because Islamic sports is huge and there's opportunity and potential for it to be developed. We're targeting 7 private sectors, industries, within 1 year of commercial revenue targets of up to 20 million. That's our ambition. I hope it will be more than that. Our strategy will start from day 1, and some of these things will sign off within the first 21 days, especially the government contracts and MOUs. This is not an aspiration. This is a preparation. Just like football, it's 90 minutes, but you don't start at the 90 minutes. You start training at 4 a.m. and get ready for that 90 minutes. So we know champions have been produced, and we're going to produce champions. Thank you. The difference between this campaign and every other is what we want to talk about more. We want to talk about financial sufficiency that is not dependent, that is not based on appeals, but is based on a plan. One breath, step fully into a full-fledged life. And we want to bring that breath back to football and make it lively as we recognize from Box Bar to Bakau Stadium. I want to take a little bit of time and speak to every person in this room and to every person in this country who has loved this game. I am Mohamed Jagana. I'm serving as team coach, strategic chair. A lot of people wonder how long has this man been in football. But I just want to tell you, I was born in football because my great-grandfather, B.O. Semegajane, was the first president of the Gambia Football Association. I was brought up in Box Bar. I went to St. Augustine's. I am part of Team Wagadu, but Wagadu is made out of the Soninkere Sporting Association. We have 44 regional village and towns that we have a regional football academy that we've been sponsoring for the past 10 years through JFIN. So football is not new. Although I'm a basketball player, but I know definitely football is not something new to me. My professional life is built on financial rigor and institutional governance. That's how I met KMO in 2005. And I choose to stand in this space today and commit my time, my expertise, and my reputation because I believe in institutions. Gambian football is one of the most important institutions in this country. And our past presidents have laid the foundation. We're going to fly with that legacy forward. I have read every document behind this manifesto. I have discussed partnership frameworks, ideas, strategies, and what the coach is presenting today is not a campaign document. It's an operational blueprint that will start kicking off immediately we're elected. And KMO has the rarest combination in sports administration: deep institutional knowledge and doing financial expert, and a lifetime commitment to community service. And what I really like about KMO is his humility. To know that great leadership is not built about individuals, it's built around systems that would outlast you. And he said that's what he wants, for a system that would outlast him. The coach sees every person in this room who has been overlooked. The coach in Basse, who trained for years without a certificate because no system ever reached to him. The referee in Birkama, who reaches into his own pocket to travel to every match. The young woman in Kanifing, who lights up every pitch she steps on and still wonders why no one has invested in her future as a Gambian football citizen. The young man standing at the crossroads and wondering, should I jump into that boat and look for better opportunities because I'm not seeing anything behind me. The coach sees you. He has always seen you. And this manifesto is his answer. This manifesto is a promise to everyone from every region, from Basse to Birkama, from Farafenni to Banjul, that no longer will we be governed from a distance. You'll be governed from your doorstep with the regional offices. It's a commitment to every player that your welfare will be protected from the day you register to the day you retire. It's a guarantee to every woman in Gambian football that your contribution will be valued equally. It's a framework for every young Gambian that football can be a career, not just a dream. Football can be an opportunity. It is a message to the world that Gambian football is ready to compete, ready to develop, ready to lead, and ready to take its rightful place on the global stage. A united football family is the foundation for growth, success, and national pride. Together under the coach, we will elevate Gambian football to the highest that it has ever been before. We will do it with discipline, with vision, and with a love for this game. Let us coach the game. Let us build the future. Let us win together for a better Gambia. God bless the Gambian football fraternity. God bless everybody in this room. And God bless the Gambia. And thank you very much for coming.
Thank you so much, Mr. Chair. That brings us to the end of this event. We've shared copies of the manifesto. If you have a copy, you can read through. If you don't have a copy, we will be launching the website. If I get it right, is www.thecoach.gm. If I get it right. So you can read the soft copy of the manifesto there, and you will have all the key points of football development or the vision that the coach has. I think Mustafa will do a display on the screen, but we will also share this so that you can